Boop. All right. Welcome, everybody, to one of our little mini arcs of Curse of Strahd, the monster of Tser Falls. So we will see what this goes on, or what the fuck you guys are gonna do with this. So it's all good. I'm gonna start a little thing though. I haven't done this in a while, because the other mini arc wasn't as prepared as the other ones were. So at least I have a little poem for you guys here. In mists and shadows, our heroes did gather to discuss and plot against the land's master. Too long they play this game of predator or prey, in hopes that home is but a night's away. The forests they listen, the skies do see. They must stand together, this they should agree. For he is the ancient, he is the land. Prisoners they are, what else has he planned? Strahd watches atop the castle's walls as the party is hunted by the monster of Tser Falls. We are going to pick up chronologically right after the last arc of the Inquisition of Barovia. And we see Velathor, Serafina, Lucia, Ferda, and Keskion coming back from the village of Barovia. Everyone else who I did not list is, with the exception of Jack, are currently at the encampment here, just post-dinner, where these are effectively the anime filler arcs between the dinner and the mountain excursion that you guys are all doing. It's just like, let's just do random shit.
My favorite. Fillers.
Where we get to intermingle parties between themselves.
Giggity.
Keskion and Ferda, when they approached with you all, they broke off to go chat with Terexis and Irina, and they informed you all that, oh, we're gonna go check out the winery for the Ravenfolk family, and see what that's all about. Hopefully we'll be back soon. And then they just left. And now we cut communication between the two groups. Hooray.
Well then. Damn me and being absorbed in my book.
Which I still need to make for you. But I can kind of give you like a small gist of it if you want that, or you want to wait for like the official.
We can do that later.
Yeah. So Velathor, Lucia, and Serafina, you three approach your group's encampment before everyone else like splits off to do their own stuff. Poppy, you've been here with the cardboard cutouts of Altera Rock and Bryn, and I don't know if there's any others. There's so many of you.
I'm sure they've been great company.
They've been great. Great company. Bagpipes are just sitting there not being touched. And eventually you see that your group that went to go investigate Barovia has come back. How, to Poppy's, when Poppy perceives you all, you three, is there any look or vibe she can immediately tell from the three of you after Barovia?
I have a book out in front of me, and I have this face. I'm muttering to myself. I'm like that.
Got it. Good face.
I think Lucia is just contemplating, like, I think my sanity is pretty good, so I feel like she's like, yeah, there's bound to be some culty shit. Just like, we got new information. I'm excited. Yeah.
I look super proud of myself. And I keep like reaching my hand into my pockets to feel some new coinage that I got.
Okay, so the range of emotions has Poppy thinking this is very much same old going on here.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I will remind you, Anna, that your last sanity save has instilled in you a sense of guilt over Father Donovich. So we will get into it later, like in between games, of what that actually means mechanically. But just keep in mind that that is a thing that's in your character's psyche now. Cool. But for now, and I will eventually have a updated sanity thing for everybody, but at the moment everyone's sanity should be topped off, if not a little adjusted based on certain things. I think some of you only lost like 1 sanity or 2. So all in all, pretty good. Cool. Well, the 4 of you convene in some fashion. We will say also in the journey from the village of Barovia to here, Lucia, if you wanted to have that in between scrying that we talked about.
Oh, I did want to have, or like tell you guys. So Baelathor and Seraphina would know that, at some point in time, I scried for Into the Tome of Strahd, and I was looking for the doppelganger Irina and Ismark, and I saw them, and what I saw was frightening because they are monstrous. They are a little eldritch horror in a way, because their body turns into like, I don't know how to describe it. Can you show the pictures?
Describe it with words.
It's
I only showed you because you
their
scried.
body kind of.
You have to describe it to them.
Okay. So like their body kind of tentacles in like weird places, and like their eyes all over them, and there are mouths as well. And like I watched them eat this man, and they kind of ate them like an angry starfish. Have you ever seen a starfish eat something? That's how they eat. I hate it. Or like, what's that movie? It's called Alive, or it's called Life. And
The space movie Life.
Life. And there's the alien that's named Franklin, I think, or Calvin.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it reminds me of. That's what they do.
Was Poppy around when she did the description?
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Mainly.
There we go.
Okay, so
I would also tell you too.
does Poppy have any idea with her knowledge of monsters and creepy shit?
So
I'm doing Hungry Howie.
Make me either. Well, it depends. What skill check you want to make for this? And given your blood hunter-esque nature to it, you would have advantage because monster hunting's what you do.
Like, what checks would make sense? Because, like, my best skill that might be related is survival, but...
can I assist her with my hunter background as well? Because I'm all about hunting.
Sure. I mean,
She doesn't already
if
have
this
advantage.
is like arcane-ish in nature, then Arcana, history might tell you some bits. Religion, if you think this is some like form of undead or fiend, yeah, pretty much those.
Alright, I'll just do an Arcana check. With advantage?
You have faced similar creatures before in the Tomb of Schult. Let me see if I can find you one. You face these creatures before called gibbering mouthers, and I don't think I have it here. Trying to look what up gibbering. There we go. Here's the token for it. It will pop up in a moment. There you are. They look like this thing.
Yeah.
Like
that.
slime and teeth and mouths and just they're not big creatures by any means, but they're just carnivorous and eat everything, organic and inorganic material. There was a time in Schultz where like there was a tomb trap that opened up. There was like a force cage that held it in place, so it couldn't eat magic. So it just stuck there until the trap was triggered, and then a whole bunch of them came out, and they just came out towards you, and that was not a good time. Probably one of your party members died in that.
It's amazing Poppy's still alive, guys.
Maybe it was Fred. Who knows?
I was gonna say Fred died that way. I got
it now.
Oh no.
Where does everything they eat go? Do they have bottomless stomachs? Is it
They have a great metabolism.
So here's the thing, and
maybe Fred's alive
this
somewhere.
This is a perfect time for Poppy to roll me a sanity save, because the way they eat, make that sanity save first, and then I'll see what details I get into. You're muted, Corey.
That's intentional. He's talking with his roommate.
Cool. Whether or not Poppy wants to share this information, up to her. But Poppy, when these gibbering mouthers consumed Fred, where do they go? Indeed, if you ever watched the movie The Thing, Fred's features melded into the creature, and you saw Fred's face and mouths like as part of the creature, and then started just his flesh just got melded into it, and then it just kept growing in size that way. They suck that way.
Yeah, Poppy's definitely telling everyone all of this. They need to know that shit.
Okay.
It's like Dead Space.
Yeah.
Sounds like a creature that needs staying very far away from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But given just a offhand description from Lucia, they share similar properties in that, mouths and teeth and whatever, and kind of gooey. But these other Irina, other Eastmark are intelligent. They're acting like people. Gibbering mouthers are not that. They're just.
So probably not the same thing, but probably related.
That's a good hunch that you and Vilthor probably butt heads on.
So, given that I survived my encounter, do I know if there's like a good way to not die from them? Besides, don't get eaten. I'm saying like how to fight back. That's what I tend to focus on when I talk about monsters. Is by the way, kill him doing this.
You don't want to be grappled by them, because their grapple is just tons of bites on you. So. They're pretty sticky by nature, and Corey probably has a little flashback of fighting a mimic that long ago.
A mimic I walked right into, fully knowing that it was there. I knew that door was dangerous.
You don't want to be. You pretty much don't want to get in contact with them at all. Range stuff works. And yeah. Oh, something. The reason they're called gibbering mouthers is because they have an ability called gibbering, which they constantly babble insanity and nonsense that you can't really understand. But if you're within like a short range of them and you hear it, you have to make basically wisdom saves, resist being stunned from the babble that they do, the gibbering. So yeah, keep a distance if they are anything like a gibbering mouther.
Yeah, everything I'm learning is just don't be close to them.
Yep.
Range attacks only.
No direct weaknesses or vulnerabilities. So like fire and whatnot works just as fine. But yeah. So you share that information, Lucia, and can I have the four of you make me perception checks? Just I want to see who spots something happening.
Classic.
Seraphina's
Yeah.
I perceive good.
Classic, Corey. Classic.
I perceive my usual.
So Seraphina, while the group is talking about horrific monsters and those such, what is Seraphina up to in this encampment that's happening?
I'm definitely keeping a lookout at everything going on and listening to everyone, but I'm looking around. I'm keeping an eye on the individuals in our party and the area around us.
Okay. So your natural 20 perception picks up a familiar looking head of hair that is tucked in probably someone's tent that they set up. And you're like, who's probably just as short as you, maybe a little shorter, but it's a familiar head of hair that you recognize. Familiar, like, kind of brightish blue clothing. And it's like, that's Arabelle in your camp, the little Vistani child that you guys rescued from the lake forever ago, who is just poking around and like being a little mousy, like head first into a tent, like, pretty sure of herself that no one spots her.
Oh, I'm gonna sneak up right behind
Easy
her.
enough. Like, what do?
Well, I'm gonna spook her. I'm gonna like poke her in the back and be like, "What are you up to?"
I'm trying to steal from you.
Well, the whole point about stealing is you don't get caught, and you got caught red-handed. Why are you stealing from us, and what are you stealing?
I'm just gonna roll randomly to determine whose tent this was. And where can I go? Oh, the last one of the group. This would be Poppy's tent. So, Poppy, is there something you would have left not on your person, but like left in your tent or whatnot? Doesn't necessarily have to be on your inventory, just like something.
I'm not sure. Like, she was probably chilling at the campfire or whatever, so most of her adventuring gear is probably in there. She would keep her weapon on her, but, like, her backpack and, to be honest, probably her gold is in there.
Fair enough. Yeah, we can just say, like, it is probably, like, one of your fine clothing that you had from the dinner. Because you wouldn't carry that with you all the time. Matt, we shouldn't get rid of a nice skirt. So, yeah, Arabelle holds up the bright red fabric that is Poppy's dress from the dinner. And just like, I thought it looked cute. I wanted it.
I'm having such an internal battle between me, myself, and I being a good person, and then my character being a sneaky person who can. So I'm gonna use this as a teaching lesson. I'm going to tell her, okay, well, you got caught, so you have to put that back. But I tell you what, I will go hide a piece of gold somewhere, or no, I'll go hide a silver piece somewhere. I'll let you know whose tent it is in. And here's how you sneak properly. And then I'm going to give her a wee lesson on how to sneak better and steal better. And if she can steal that, I'll talk to Poppy about buying her skirt off.
She carefully folds it back up, tucks it back where she found it. And yeah, you play this little hide and seek game basically with her. Like, I'm gonna, you wait here, count to 20, whatever, and you run off, hide something. Okay, I might have to give her level in rogue eventually. So, this small, very influenced child. Let's come back to the monster group for a moment. Is there any discussion the three of you are having from this point on?
Not unless y'all want to fill Poppy in on what shit went down while you were gone, because so far we've only talked about the scrying.
I think Vale should do that.
Corey might be a little occupied.
Yes. He is a little occupied right now.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm not really paying attention. I've got work calls and shit coming in. I'll handle that real quick.
So Zoe. You're up.
Do we have handouts for Osibis, right?
Yeah, so like Vale is currently digging through a tome of Osibis and like will hand out the handouts for it. If you go to player handouts, text handouts, there's a bunch here. I'm gonna see if I can throw a couple up. So there was this deed. There was Sephirim's letter. It was.
So we found out when we went to the Burgermaster's Manor and
Corey, for funsies. Here's that book.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Continue.
When we went to the manor, the Burgermaster's Manor, and I'm trying to remember everything, and then put it into words.
I can help.
We found out. Yeah, can you do this one? I don't know. You do it.
And the little Lucia's little imp familiar with the top hat speaks up.
So there was a bunch of cultists in white that showed up, preaching, salvation, as if like your mortal souls really matter all that much. And they set up camp in the abandoned church, where we left the priest guy to die and his son, but they were already dead when we got there. So like, hey, quest gone. And yeah, also we set fire to the Burgermaster's mansion. That Vasily guy set it on fire, left, went to the church, kicked some cultist ass, and yeah, their leader is dead. Oh, their leader was like not even body; it was just like floating robes of mist. Also, when we kill them, they don't really die; they just come back as something else.
Thanks, Charles.
Cool, just another day in Barovia then.
Kind of. They said they want to free him.
Free who?
Rod.
He points.
And yeah, there's these letters. I don't know. Yeah, eventually, Seraphina, your sneaky roguey lessons here, you get a sense that Arabelle really picks up on this rather easily. That she does like, for a few moments, you do lose track of her a couple of times, and then she will like eventually like, boop, tap you on the shoulder. She's snuck up on you. Still not very quiet. You probably let her win a few times. And yeah, it's at around this point that you realize, like, okay, cool. Did she sneak off again from her family? She shouldn't be doing this, because now you have a Vistani child on your hands. And this is definitely not the place for a child to be just wandering around. Because what happened last time? She was almost thrown into a lake for a Aboleth to eat.
Man, this
You
job
are
is
getting really good at that sneaking stuff. Now, do tell me, why are you actually here? Why are you not with your family?
I got bored.
bored.
Well, you know that you have to go back, right? You can't sneak off every time you get bored. You can only sneak off when you become of age to get bored and sneak off.
Well, when will I become of age?
When you're 18, that is of age for humans.
She starts counting. And no numerical order on her hands either. Okay. Well, I'll go now. Bye. And she just like wanders off into the dark woods.
Hey, you can't travel alone.
What? Why not?
No, come back. And first of all,
Why?
did you find the silver piece? I was teaching you how to sneak because I want that back.
She did.
Okay, hand me that back, and then we have to go talk to Poppy about her skirt. Alright, come on, let's go talk to Poppy, and then we have to get you back home safely.
She just stomps her feet with you. Eventually, the rest of you see that Seraphina is coming back with a small child with her that is just about her height as well. Which only Vale recognizes this is a little Vistani child, Arabelle, from before.
Lucy, where'd you get that?
I found her sneaking. And then I'm going to turn to Poppy and in Halfling be like, hey, that red skirt of yours, how much do you want for it? Would you sell it to me?
Sure. Why do you want my skirt?
It's a long story, but this little girl tried stealing it, so
Well, she's not using it. She's not making eye contact with Poppy. She's not using it.
Oh, we are talking in halfling.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, she tried stealing it, and I caught her stealing it.
You're fucking real hard, isn't it?
So of course we're rewarding that behavior.
Not necessarily. I taught her how to steal better next time.
These are like,
Cool, next time she'll take it without me knowing. Awesome. I don't care about the skirt at all. It's not very functional for what I like to do. So honestly, I don't want anything for it. The kid can have it.
Cool.
But if you want to make her give you whatever, I don't care. Teach her a lesson if you think that's right.
I'll exchange services.
Well, we've been talking in Halfling, so I will pull the little girl aside and be like, all right, So what are you gonna give her for your skirt?
I don't have money, but I could do a favor.
We like favors. We like favors.
I like favors too.
Well, go run off. Go steal just the skirt. If you steal anything else, I shall know. But go get the skirt, and then come back here, and we'll have an idea of what favor to take from you.
So he wanders off.
Okay.
I look at her smiling, my little protege.
Yes, Corey?
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Did anything need my input? I feel like you asked me something at some point.
We can just say, like, you've been occupied with the group about, like, monster hunts, blah, blah, blah. What we should do about Arena, and you were just going through the Tome of Osiris and things like that. When you look up, yes. Seraphina came back with a small Vistani child that you rescued from the lake, who snuck into your camp and was trying to steal something from Poppy, and Seraphina has been teaching her to be more stealthy, which may or may not be a good lesson, but we will see.
I'll kind of half-ass. What? Keep an eye on that one, and go back to my book.
Yeah. Arabelle will return to dress, and eventually make her way back, going, I don't have anything to trade, Miss Poppy. But my uncle might have something fun.
Okay, I guess we'll go see your uncle then, and that way you're not wandering through the woods alone.
Sounds like a good idea. This way, and just wanders again through the woods. This time, just a little bit sneakier, but in plain sight of everybody. Are we following Arabelle? Okay. All right, cool.
No, we're gonna just watch her walk into the woods alone and be like, bye, little child.
I told somebody else to keep an eye on her.
Fair enough. Well, Arabelle needs to be escorted back home to her family, so we're going.
I'm going with her.
Somebody gonna poke me?
I shall shout over my shoulder.
Charles lands on your horns and just grabs your face and aims towards the group. This way.
Yeah, I like to imagine you're still looking at the book and Charles is just like steering you.
He's gonna ratatouille
you. I'm very focused. I'm very perceptive.
Yeah. Did you see the little pop out I gave you, Corey?
Yes. That book looks fucking hot. Yeah. I like it.
I will remind you that you learned that this book has the capabilities to be cast as a ritual spell, as a spell scroll rather, creates undead.
Right.
Which I think I have a scroll handout for that. Scroll. Here we go. Boop. You got this, basically this page out of the book.
Neat.
Which is available to anyone that can cast it. Ooh. But it is a one-time use spell, or one-time use item that you can attempt to cast.
Right.
So you at least got this information. Like, okay, cool. This book has some powerful necromantic energies into it, and it kind of goes into a bit of detail of like how they manipulate the necromantic energies of the mist to weaponize it, and also like give themselves some kind of reincarnation ability. And we will get into details of that later. That just requires me to first make the document, and as you study it more. But yeah, we will follow the group to a familiar location that everyone here is familiar with.
in one sense or another. As you are leaving, you are going down the Svalich Road to the Serpool encampment, which I'll move you guys in a second. You guys see the encampment. And we're gonna change of pace here. There we go. So, as you guys are approaching this encampment, there's, the familiar Vistani Vargo, their wagons around, and let's do boop. There we go. Hooray, the encampment. And yeah, there's a warm fire in the center of it. There are music that you can hear being played because it is. It's not this dark as the image shows because it is like early afternoon for you all. Given this was after Barovia. And yeah, the four of you with Arabelle. There's no Arabelle token, so just ignore her token for a moment. You are approaching the Vistani encampment that had Madame Ava in it. This is where you got your Taroko readings and such. And yeah, at this point, now that you're close, Arabelle just taps Seraphine on the shoulder and just like, Racia! And she just books it.
I shall follow. Quickly.
Cool. Contested flags checks, please.
Better trip that little girl.
Oh, she almost got a nat 20. All right, she but she's not quite a rogue because even like you keep up pace a bit and she's like, oh, she's fast for a little thing, but you're a rogue, you can bonus action dash, so you eventually get the last leg in. You get right up to this Vistani gentleman, who seems to be like a guard of some sort, just checking the perimeter of the road, and sees that Arabelle just follows behind a few more seconds. Just, you cheated.
My friend, this is how you win in everything. You must learn.
She just nods like, okay. I want a snack, and then she just wanders into the encampment. The other three of you, what would you guys wish to do?
I'll look up to Ponder and see where I'm at and be like, wait, what the fuck?
We were taking the child home. Just let's go. Lucia starts to walk.
Yeah, I think we're following, but just not in any rush.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, you guys come face to face with the Vistani guard in the front, who just like waves his hand gently. It's like, "Hello, travelers."
Hey, how are you today?
It is an excellent afternoon. Now,
I would agree.
no hostilities today, yes?
Never, not with you.
Then
I'll look at the both of them and be like, has she been hostile to you?
I've never been hostile to him. Not ever.
We've parted as friends every time. What did you do?
Oh,
I didn't do
no, she
anything.
didn't do anything. It was another companion of hers, similar to you, but blue. We had a
that
small
one.
duel.
I hope you kicked her ass.
I wish I could, friend, but she bested me.
I'm gonna pretend you kicked her ass.
But that would be a lie.
Winks at you. Very well. Please, make yourselves welcome. And he just steps aside to just let you all come in. When you guys come in, there is... I'm going to move Corey's token. Boop. Hey, Corey's here now. When you guys come in, there is... everyone's like seated around doing various tasks. Some people are playing music. Some people are maybe having like a late lunch or second lunch. Who knows? And afternoon snack, afternoon tea. They know about luncheon, don't they? And a couple sights come to mind. One is there is a toppled over Vargo in the upper right corner, across from the bonfire, and a person that is not Vistani currently check. So you were brought here to help make certain repairs or improvements, what have you, because you are really the only working smith of the entire valley that isn't just, they can make basic farm equipment and whatnot. Yeah,
horseshoes. It's the staple.
So
horseshoes.
You're here to see this toppled over Vargo that got damaged by some means. Probably like a monster attack or something happened to it. The reasons why it doesn't really matter. The thing is, the thing's broken and you're here to fix it. Everyone that looks in here sees a familiar person that they've met once or twice before in the town of Valaki. The dwarven smith that you guys all met a couple times. Trying to find.
I point at him and I say, "Hey, you made my friend a bad axe."
Damn second-rate fucking work, not fucking holding together like all these fucking hacks. Fucking assholes. Wait. What?
Wait.
You made my friend a bad axe.
Who the fuck are you?
So just as an updated art, here is Pearson Rowley.
Oh, you look dope.
Very graying silver hair. Minus the axe and the gigantic hammer and armor. Just ignore all that, but he is there. Just currently, he's been like. You were in the middle of it, probably within like an argument to one of the Vistani who's telling you, is like, no, they want it this way, and you're trying to probably explain to them like an experienced mechanic tells a person who doesn't know shit about cars. Me, I don't know shit about cars. Tells them like, no, you need to do this method or tool or whatever.
No, you don't understand. The axle needs to be lubricated. If you don't lubricate the axle, then the wheels won't fucking turn.
Giggity.
Where's your damn oil?
We don't carry oil. We have cooking oil.
Well, how much do you have?
Well, you see, and it's like, Ezra, do you how much cooking? And just they have some amount, but like you're like, you don't have the materials you really need for this optimal job. But yeah, you do recognize a few people here. You've met them on occasion. I'll just do a little player art thing just for everyone's sake. Yeah, we have Zoe playing Lucia, the dark-skinned Azamar warlock, with her imp familiar companion who wears a top hat, who currently is piloting Velathor as
he wears a top hat and a little vest because I made it
he has
for
a vest
him.
now because he got fancy for dinner.
He got fancy for dinner.
They're just never unfancied.
Yeah. He's fancier.
Charles never unfancies.
Yeah, Charles always fancy.
His fancy just enhances over time.
We have a familiar character that you, Jack, would know. We have Poppy, a smaller halfling, minus the bestial fox-like traits, but we see a halfling who is currently geared up for who knows what kind of battle that lies ahead of her. Poppy's very a very seasoned adventurer, having survived the Tomb of Horrors. And other character art. We got we have a second halfling with us, Seraphina Tealeaf, who is currently has run after the small Vistani child, probably to go like join with snacks and whatnot. And lastly, our tiefling broody boy, who is currently very deep and busy into this Eldritch Tome.
You see me whip out a little notebook and start jotting some notes, and then like a bunch of things fall out of it, and I grab them up real quick and I shove them back in there.
Mm-hmm. And Pearson, you did indeed sell Lucia's companion Ferda a bad axe because of just bad manners towards you. And he's like, okay, I'm not going to deal with bad customer service because they didn't want to deal with you properly. So it's like, here's a bad axe, whatever.
Yeah. Assholes. Yeah, assholes. Yeah, fuck them.
Oh, I wasn't rude. I just kind of hung out.
No, again, sorry, inner dialogue. Assholes. Yeah, fuck them. Who the hell are you?
Well, I guess it doesn't really matter now. And that's all I say.
Yeah, I thought so. So where's that fucking oil?
If Asani comes back with like two bottles of like half full cooking oil, I was like, will this do, friend?
It'll have to, won't it?
And the Vistani pretty much are like inviting you all to like come eat, drink, rest your weary feet. Is there anything the group wants to do in this little encampment while we're here?
I would like to know what happened, like how their Vargo broke. So I guess I would ask Rolomir, like, how did the Vargo break?
One of them, in fact, the person right in the center, he leans up. Well, it is the strangest thing. This beast, not quite a bear, came up and attacked us.
Owlbears in Barovia?
Something like, he had a beak, yes. Very strange creature.
Lucia gets excited. She's like,
Can you describe it to me?
He says like, shoulders are about here standing, and long beak, feathered, large talons, and just that damage right there, just one swipe, wheel completely off. We did lose a horse though.
It's 'cause it's shit.
Listen,
I'll glance up and be like, sounds like an owlbear. Dangerous creature.
I'll
I'll go back to my book.
Fucking cart can't withstand a single goddamn hit from a motherfucking trails
Did you
off.
see what direction it ran off in, by chance?
oh, we were towards the northwest for a moment. But they're just creatures of this forest. Just leave them be. What brings
I
brings you all
don't
here,
know.
friends?
Oh, we found a child that belonged to you all? Well, I didn't find them. And I point to... I look for Seraphina, I don't see her right away. And so I point to Poppy, because I saw her with a small child as well.
Whenever you try to look for Seraphina, you do not find Seraphina. That's just like the natural law and order of things here, apparently. Yeah.
Best rogue.
I am teaching the little ones some sleight of hand tricks and more sneaky, stealthy stuff because we're having fun and stealing some snacks.
There's definitely a little scene of like when we like that Lucia tries to look for you, doesn't see you, points to Poppy, and like the camera kind of pans for a moment, and we get to you two. Two older Vistani are probably just chit-chatting amongst themselves, their backs towards you. You're behind one, Arabelle's behind the other, and you're like motioning, and she's like following along what you're doing. It's like, and swipe, and then she swipes, and then like she gets noticed, and then but you book it, and then she also books it, and it's a little game of that. She's picking up things. I'm definitely adding a level in rogue to her after this. She's going to be a first level rogue character. That's all you're going to get. Pretty good for a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Seraphina has acquired a protege. Dangerous.
Gotta teach them young.
No morals to be found.
Eventually, Arabelle gets you, Seraphina, to like says like, "Oh, it's food time," and just runs over to like the campfire where like a bunch of food's being prepped, and like without anyone really asking if you wanted any, everyone is pretty much handed a whole hot plate full of food and hot drink. You have options like cider or wine. What do you wish? And regardless if you're hungry, here's food. Have some.
I will put away my book and investigate for poisons.
You find no poisons aside from your alcohol.
Technically correct. Technically a poison.
No baby bones either, right?
So, as this is going on, Seraphina, you notice that Arabelle is kind of doing like this little like hum chant to herself as she's like busy just shoveling food in her face. And other young Vistani children that are around kind of like hum in tune with it, so that like they have like some kind of song amongst themselves.
I'll ask her what she's humming.
She's like, we're singing.
At least she's polite.
She knows better. We're singing the Bagman's Tale. Have you heard of it?
I have not. Would you regale me with this Bagman's Tale?
It's like, everyone, all together. She'll start. It's like a little like children's nursery rhyme kind of song. And it goes, have you heard the Bagman's Tale? With claws that grasp and skin so pale. Thought he might escape the mist, gave his lover one last kiss. At Hag's advice he crawled inside, a bag now forever tied. If your sack whispers, that's a clue. The bagman may be coming for you. And she kind of like does like a whole like pounce at the end, and all the children like run away, like screaming but laughing at the same time.
Never should listen to a hag.
Never ends well.
I will copy paste this into chat just so you guys can have like a little boop.
Thank you.
It's a little thing there. It's just like, do you like it?
Yeah, it was super fun. Where do you find this Bagman?
I don't know. I don't want to see him.
Poppy just creeps up behind him and says, "You don't fight him, he fights you."
A bunch of them just run off. And some of them point towards you guys like, they have bags! And then just like run away from you. But Arabelle will eventually say like, well, all the songs and things we learned from this man, like, he's our, what's the term? I learned this recently from Zoe. What's the name of the guy from Wheel of Time? The bard people.
I just got told I gotta watch that today.
Yeah, me too.
Gleeman? Okay, yeah. He's our Gleeman. Yeah. It's pretty good.
I like
you guys
it.
will enjoy it.
Beautiful. Just so
That good. All right.
Like,
all right.
yeah, I cried in every
Well,
episode.
she did.
Well, of course you do.
She'll point to the man, the one token in the center of the encampment. I learned it from him. He's our Gleeman, Relamir. And he's currently there. Like we can say he's the one with the violin right now in the background, and probably doing like some other Vistani song that you guys don't know the language to, but just cheerful kind of music. If you have,
I'm gonna think
if you have
about
like,
that.
any, he knows all kinds of stories and songs.
I'm gonna think about that and set my book aside for a second. What did you say his name was?
Relamir.
Belamir. Thank you, little one.
I think
I'll
you
take
see his name, right?
Yeah, Relamir. Excuse me, Sir Relamir. I hear you are the storyteller of this troop. Might I ask what other stories and histories you may know of this land?
I'm busy. He continues playing for a quick moment. Gives you a minute. And he's like wandering around the encampment, and eventually he finishes his song. There's applause for him. He has like a wide brim hat. Takes it, does a deep bow, and eventually walks over to you with two cups. One probably with like a wine or something. It just hands you one. Now we may talk.
I'll accept the wine.
Someone
Thank
else
you.
picks up the violin.
And
I pick it up. I take out my flute and I play the flute. And
Give me a performance roll, please.
Aw. Okay. It's a +8.
You have a +8 performance. You rolled low, but it's like okay. I'm not gonna overdo it for luncheon. So, yeah, you give a nice like what's all right. Slow pace. Got it. Not quite jazz.
casual background.
Elevated music, but it's calming and it accompanies the music well, because this music right now isn't big, loud and boisterous or anything. There's no huge party. I have many stories, friend, such as this river.
The river. What is this
River Ilbis. I believe it's called River Ilbis. Is it there? Yeah, the Ilbis River. Oop. Do you know why it is we Vistani enjoy our encampments near bodies of water?
I have not been told, no.
Water is ever flowing, much like life and the choices we make. And the River Ilbis has magic. Deep, forgotten magic. Pearson, you hear all this, by the way, as you're chink, chink, chink working. If I could only have like hammering noises in the background, I would have that too with it. So, and that's completely going contrary to whatever the music's going on at the moment.
There's just a constant stream of profanity that you hear in the background as Pearson is just complaining nonstop about the poor craftsmanship of this particular wagon. It just...
You know what's probably a fun thing that you're probably upset about? Vistani Vargos, they're pretty, like, if you ever look up, like, I think they're Romani, like, wagons, it's, like, very intricately carved all around with various colors and things. So, like, you're probably upset that they chip away at the wood, all this good wood that you would make things stronger or whatever, but they make it all pretty, and therefore it's more vulnerable to being broken.
It's too fucking pretty!
I like my Vargo pretty.
This is why it can't fucking take a single hit from a goddamn bear.
It's not a battle wagon, friend. Just more bickering between the two. But the river hides deep, forgotten magic.
Interesting. This magic happened to be somehow related to one of the goddesses. Perhaps the Weaver.
Oh, no. Not that old.
Tell me about this magic.
There was once a wizard who dared stand up to the great and terrible lord of this land.
The Mad Wizard. We've heard of him. A small bit.
What do you know about this wizard?
Well, we heard a fleeting story that I could not get very many details on, but from the way I remember, is there was once a mage that in the early age of Lord Strahd's reign, he challenged him.
Raises a finger to pause. He's like, you said the word.
Yes.
Don't. Not here.
Of course.
Let's wait a moment. And, like, you notice that every Vistani is now quiet.
Mm-hmm.
The music has stopped. And people carry on their normal duties, and Pierce. The only real noise is Pearson's hammering and clinkering that he's doing. Profanities.
No, but I'm glaring at him. I'm not profaned. I'm still working, but I'm not speaking, and I'm glaring at him.
After a few minutes, you see that Relamir kind of like nods to everybody, and then the Vistani conversation and music picks up again, like nothing happened. Continue, sir. Sorry for the interruption. We'll say Lucia, since the music stopped, you're like, all right, you're going to take lead now. You're not going to be the backup to the person. So you definitely play some kind of music. I'll find some flute music for you. But, yes,
this wizard
correct.
Challenged the Lord and was soundly defeated in some way, but was left alive and made mad to wander the wilderness to the north.
But the events of that, though. He did indeed fight the Dark Lord. And their battle was grand and great, the likes of which two magical forces clashing against each other like a storm and thunder, just was a spectacle. I'm sure it was to behold. I did not behold it myself. But the effects could still be felt to this day. And the river Ilvis carries that magical energy. And we can just hope the river is kind. You see, and he kind of points up the coast of the river towards the bridge that you probably can see in the far distance, probably silhouetted against the mountain range and against the mountain range. That bridge, that is the site of their great battle. You see, he fell, the wizard, into the depths of the lake, into the river.
What a moron.
You said the bridge to the north or the bridge to the east?
Are you referring to the...
I'm looking at the handout map.
So you, it'd be the bridge to the northwest of where you guys are.
Okay.
You guys are
okay.
A short distance from Castle Ravenloft if you really want to go there. I guess in a direct path of line of sight. But we're not doing that today. Please don't.
The monster hunting.
The wizard fell there, and all his belongings could be found. If you're brave enough. Bravery you cannot find in these lands. Are you brave? And just
bravery
glass.
No, I'm continue to drink. Unfortunately, I would say that I am an equal amounts brave and cautious, for bravery is close to stupidity in many cases.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. So his
Sorry.
Possessions,
my hands were occupied.
Beings, lost somewhere in the river. One would have to swim in the river, feel at the bottom to find them.
Perhaps.
Maybe if I were to acquire some potion of water breathing one day, I may go for a treasure hunt.
I keep doing a double take every time it drops out and reconnects.
Yeah, just leave it alone. I have to like literally tell it to stop. I don't know if this is the right music for it, but I'll keep looking, Zoe, as I'm also running game. Do. Is there a flute style you wanna, or even better yet, if you could send me the YouTube link for it, I could use that because I see I have too many windows open all over the place.
I respect that.
Thank you.
You get a window. You get a window. Everybody gets a window.
Send it to me. Send it to me anywhere. It's fine.
I got tabs in the browser.
Yeah, perhaps if you delve into the waters, you might find something, if something hasn't taken it already.
Oh, but this land always has dangers in the unknown. Do you know of any beasts and creatures that swim in these waters? What are these dangers other than the natural magics that may lead me astray and cause me to drown?
I have yet to see a mermaid.
Dangerous creatures indeed.
You've encountered mermaids.
The story's enough. are alone, or the stories alone are enough for me to be
The stories
cautious.
intrigue me.
Yo,
Where are you gonna send it to me, Zoe? Okay. What are the two halflings doing? Being halflings.
I don't know how much trouble I want to get in here, so I'm just gonna be canvassing while I'm playing with the little girl to make note of all the places that I may or may not steal stuff from.
Okay. You do know that the Vargos are pretty well locked up. There's almost never a person that is not sitting adjacent to the Vargos doors and such. Mostly just to sit and just relax there. Not really as guard, but like there's not really a weak point in any area that you can spot right off. Maybe if you investigate a bit more or try to find like one that like trying to finding a spot that you can do so. The only tent that doesn't seem to be very occupied at the moment is Madame Ava's tent. As you were wandering around with Arabelle, Madame Ava is not here. Her tent is still the same decoration as before. Her table, her stool that she dealt the cards for everybody there. The cards are missing, of course, but there's just no one inside.
I'll ask her about it. Like, oh, where's Madame Ava?
Madame Ava went away. I don't know where. She said she had some business.
That makes sense.
Lucia's playing this. Got some Celtish in there.
I ignore it.
You lightly tap your foot, sir.
I don't notice tapping my foot.
Well, Charles
yes.
currently is still
Sorry,
sitting on your head. His whole two legs are just doing this whole thing in front of your face anyway. So you definitely notice Charles.
I ignore it. Anyways, you said the stories of mermaids intrigue you. I look forward to that story when you make it back. I'm curious. The stories you know of this.
In this commotion, you hear in the far distance, everyone hears a man start yelling, going, "Help! Help! Somebody!" Like towards the northwest of here.
The bear.
Well, Poppy's quick to action. She's ready to go. See what's going on. But I am gonna try perceiving through hearing, see if there's like monsters or anything around.
I also take note of the sound and start looking to see if I can see what is going on.
Okay. Let's get those two perception checks, please. There you go. Poppy, you hear footsteps just of one person, nothing else chasing him. You're sure he's alone. And as you make your way, I think you and Seraphina can move yourselves until you see the figure to the northwest over here. You see a man, a middle-aged man, thick beard, loose clothing, carrying a very worn bow in his hands. You see this man.
I will say, Serge, the corners of the map are just darkness to me.
Well, because that's a tent over there, so I'm just gonna move him here now. Oop, there's the man.
No, I mean, like, even without the tent in the way, like, I just see... I'm thinking you have lights turned on, and all I see is close to the fire.
You should get new eyes.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, it's not nighttime, so let me just make it's daylight mode though. Whatever. Turning off dynamic lighting. Yeah, eventually this man shows up. Who's like, somebody help me! And you see that like he seems to be a little wounded. His clothes a bit torn, as if like large claw marks.
What happened?
Help! My son's been taken. You must help.
I'll help. Tell me where it was.
I shall gather everyone else and be like, hey, there's a missing kid. We gotta go.
Before I'm dragged away, I'll turn to Relamir. Do you know him?
Grigory. Yeah, he's not Vistani, but he's traded with us a few times.
So, would he set a trap to drag us into?
No. I didn't want to alarm anyone, but there's been. And he like leans over to the broken Vargo that is probably half repaired now. Is like.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a rise of attacks on our caravan on the road. That's why we're settling down now in the middle of the day.
Very well. I would like to continue our talk. I have a few stories I would like to ask about, if you have time. And I'll pass him a few coins for the song earlier.
He'll, how many coins?
5
Gold. Cool.
Gold.
He'll grab them. Thank you. And then he'll pocket 2. Young miss. And he'll toss Lucia 3.
Thank you.
Always treat a lady.
I like it. And I leave.
One else is for me, right?
Yes, you can have one.
And he bites it as if it was candy.
It's not candy, baby. It's not candy.
Need to get Charles some chocolate coins.
Very well.
Oh my gosh, that'd be great. Where would we find chocolate coins though in Barovia?
So I'll cheers.
You never know.
Cheers.
Sorry. To our next conversation. And finish.
Be safe on the road, friend.
As safe as I can in this land.
Yeah.
And I will.
Yeah, eventually Gregory is there and he's like, please, someone has to help. Actually, right before you leave, Vale, Relamir will tap you and say like, I do wish to hear more about how your group is doing.
Of course. We'll call it an exchange of stories.
Well, you don't have your whole group here. Where is the shiny glowy man?
haven't seen you before.
Oh, I've been around.
The shiny glowy man.
And word of us gets around?
Listen, friend. There's almost no one in this valley that doesn't know you or know of your reputation. Especially as Vistani.
Of course. Hopefully it's not as bad as another's reputation.
You hear me giggle.
Debatable. But where are the rest of your companions? Where's your radiant friend? Your the young mistress in orange and shadow. Your half Vistani friend.
They stayed to rest while we took care of the little girl. But next time,
Very well.
we will talk more.
I wish to see what's the Vistani-S bard has to say. And he retreats to some group.
I hate walking away right now.
That's what insight checks are for.
Can I insight before he walks away? Why is he questioning my the whereabouts of my fellows?
Sure, make me that insight check. You know, your newly upgraded skill for things. 15.
Nice. You got a +8.
He's definitely hiding information. Seems very familiar with you. He doesn't seem to be lying that he's been around. You just never really paid much attention to him. So that you gather is true. That okay, he's been around. He's probably been in an encampment before. Only now there's a name to a face, kind of situation. And yeah, he mentioned you're the big glowy man. That's Altera Rock. He mentioned the young mistress with orange and shadow. That's Keskion. And he mentioned a half Vistani woman with you.
Hey, Sam, he's been here the whole time.
I've been here the whole time.
What does it mean, half Vistani woman?
You know Bryn is half elf.
Whoa. Whoa.
Bryn is half elf, not half Vistani.
That's the other half. She's not half a person.
What?
No, that's just Poppy.
There you go, halfling. Wait till you meet a fullling.
Weelings are very vicious creatures at full height. You're afraid of us when we're small.
Ah, a ling!
No, I like to imagine a link is even shorter.
Because it has to average, right? Yeah. You don't know if he's referring to Bryn, but you don't really have anyone else left in your party to really, like... Is he talking about Bryn? Is she half...
Corey, it sounds like you're typing very angrily right now.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry. My mic broke the other day. I'm not telling you why, but the tip no longer has a thing. So...
I want to know why.
No,
is it
we
a
shared for later.
He tripped.
Story for another time.
Don't worry about that right now. Right now,
We will
serious
hear about
time.
your trip.
Hold on, I'll
We
mute
will
while
hear
I'm
about
typing.
your trip later. But yeah, you kind of go like, is he talking about Bryn? And that's the only real thing that you can gather from that insight. But yeah, he's aware of you, and you guys, and you would know at this point, there is a reputation that everyone has. Some more than others, but
Okay, based on because of the urgency, I am reluctantly going to join and ending this conversation. Though I am very not interested in ending this conversation.
He walked off, so he ended it for you.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah, we see Grigory here. Say like, he's like, please, I'll pay anything. I'll pay everything I have out of my pockets. I want.
Grigory, slow down.
Yeah, so during all of his parting words, like, Poppy started tending to his wound. She got, like, a cloth and was, like, wrapping, compressing it, rolling her eyes as she was really trying to get more information out of this guy. You could tell that she got annoyed, like, asking a question. He's just like, please stop, please stop. She's like, I'm trying.
She's like, shut up and
Pearson came over immediately, dropped his work, and wants as much information as Grigory can provide.
Okay. I'm trying to find the right name for this. You, me and my son, we're from the town of Valaki. We're hunters. We were, you know. No, we didn't go too deep into the woods, as we know that's unsafe. We're just trying to hunt the usual wild wolves that we can find. Because you know Barovia is just entirely full of wolves. There's no real game anywhere, and a beast attacked us.
Was it bloody?
What did it look like?
Tall, like a giant. He had huge horns on his head. Teeth, numerous teeth.
Where was this?
To the northwest.
Just
How
a note.
long ago and how far? Go on.
Sorry, just a note. I put all of my focus into memorizing what Relamir's face looks like and his outfit and everything I possibly could, because my perception next from now on are always going to be based off looking for him wherever we are.
I will forget that. You remind me.
I will remind you. Anyways, back to this conversation I'm not paying attention to.
Yes. It's like my son Anton. He came with me, as I said already, and he ventured a little a ways from me. He was scouting out ahead, trying to grab some mushrooms from the river.
Mushrooms.
Yes, mushies. And when I called for him, I saw no sign of him. I called and called. It's been 3 hours now. Last time, about 3 hours now. And when I saw the bridge, I saw a huge hulking horned beast carrying a small child in his arms. I thought it was my Anton. I rushed at him, but he threw me into the river, and I washed up here. I saw this encampment, and I tend not to lean on Vistani help, but I need someone to help me.
Barovia has a very high, child mortality rate. Lucia just says that to herself, under her breath.
All right, we'll go get Anton back.
Thank you. Thank you all.
in exchange, could you maybe give me some cookies?
I'll purchase cookies from you for you.
No,
For
for
you.
me.
Sorry, I'm reading a lot as I'm doing things. I will purchase it for you in town. I also know
Thank you.
I also know there's a bakery nearby.
If cookies are what you fucking work for, then I'll get you some damn
I
cookies.
don't.
Well, could you also get us some chocolate? Like, that would be
No,
great.
you
I
get
am
cookies.
not asking you.
I
I am
am
asking
I am just a mere
Gregory.
hunter. I don't really do pastries. There is a windmill that we can go to.
We're not going to go to the windmill for any pastries.
Oh,
No.
very well.
I destroyed
Sure.
that windmill for that
Sugar's.
very reason.
You still owe me for my windmill's destruction. Anyways,
Please help me find my son.
We will.
Okay. And he kind of
So we have the cookie mercenary on board. Who else is joining?
Cookies for Charles.
yeah, you guys see Pearson volunteering to go with you all. Pearson, I'll say for the sake of like visual, that you don't have your gear with you because
Where did I leave
like
it?
you would have brought it with you as a memento, because like you wouldn't want to part with it, and nor like would you leave your valuables in your smith. You're just because we had a little chat about like your faith. Yeah.
Yep.
But like you bring it along with you, and you're debating whether or not to bring it at the moment. But it's up to you. But yeah, the four of you see that the curmudgeon old dwarven smith is volunteering to come along with you guys.
As far as I'm concerned, I said I was going before you chuckle fucks decided to step up.
Let's go. Come on.
Yeah,
let
did
me
you give us
go
enough
get my
information
shit.
for us to know where to go?
He said northwest. I assume, Gregory, could you take us there? It would be a lot easier.
Yes, but bring any weapons, any things that you might need. He looks over at you, Pearson, and sees that you currently just have like a small like crafts hammer. It's like
Let me go get my things.
I have a short sword for you if you.
I don't need any of that. I got my own.
And then I assume like, what does Pearson do to ready himself?
Oh, he brings out, so he's got this pack that he brought along, and he starts bringing out what looks like some very old and tarnished armor bits. He's got this tarnished warhammer that he had kind of tucked into one of the straps on the side. It looks like it hasn't been super well cared for in many years. It looks like it's not. It saw some action back in the day, and since then it's been sitting around for quite a while. And I start, putting this stuff on bit by bit, grumbling to myself under my breath as I do it, complaining about the quality of the leather and so forth.
You're a grouchy ass old man.
Yep.
Who are...
Sorry, you cut off, Corey. What?
Who are you? As we're walking in that direction.
Sure.
I'm a fucking smith.
Is he taller
From
than I
Velaki.
am?
Everyone's
Or
taller
am I
than
still
you
really
are.
short?
Why are
I
you
am a
here?
short dwarf.
Dwarves are still medium creatures. They're shorter, but they're not small people.
I'm taller than
like
you. Maybe not by a ton, but but yeah,
I'm on the extreme short side of a halfling.
Yeah, you're short.
That was a character. If this is a
No
video game,
question.
it was a character creator thing. Anna took the height slider and just brought it way down. That's a tiny.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Thank you.
Well,
I was very malnourished as a child.
Yeah.
yeah, Gregory He's like, are we all accounted for? Is this it?
Yes.
Did you want more?
Yeah, Poppy has the same face that Corey's voice was.
He just gestures towards the camp. He's like, I don't know who else is coming. Let's save my son. And he just like awkwardly was like, all right, I guess we're going to go save my son. I guess.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. In your head, Vale.
Yeah.
You get a small message in your head of, take care, friend. I await your arrival. You get a bark inspiration die.
Aw, that's extra cute.
Okay. Is that like message? I don't remember which one I can respond to.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you can reply to this message. He does bark inspiration through message. And for you, Lucia, for playing...
You can do that?
No. Well, I guess technically, yeah, because bark inspiration just says a person that can hear you. So if you say it through message, I guess that works. That's
because they can
that's
hear
that's
you.
just how I'm flavoring it. So sure. If in a combat scenario you want to spend your action to cast message and your bonus action to deliver that bark inspiration through your message, then sure. He just wanted to be a little creepy and say it in your head. And a small message to you, Lucia, for your song. And you hear, as part of that message, a delightful flute play, a violin note, and that like rings in your ear for a little bit. You also get a bark inspiration die. Both of you have a d6 that you can spend this adventure.
Yay!
Well, thanks. Very well. I'll think of a response shortly.
Cool. Seraphina, before you're going, Arabelle comes up to you and says, you haven't finished training me yet. I have a small thing for you. And she has like a small little like 2 acorn shells like bundled together with like this like sticky thing, and it's like, in case you need it, throw it to the ground.
Thank you, and I will be back to continue your training. Don't worry about that.
Salutes you, and then sneaks back to the camp. For I think there's a thing called a is there an item? No. Okay, we're just gonna call it. She basically gave you a little homemade smoke bomb, just in case you need it. I'm gonna treat it as the spell Fog Cloud, but like at a quarter size. I gotta double check what the size of it is, but like basically it'll cover a small area that you break it and it'll last for a little bit.
It's a tiny jinx. They're making bombs.
Oh no. in case anyone's
Does this kid have parents? Because if so, I feel for them.
So let's proceed. Yes.
ODM, might I have a bio break briefly? I won't.
We will have a bio break. Go.
Excellent. I will BRB.
40-second
And we resume. Cool.
sweat.
Everyone's tokens are over here. We arrive to the outskirts of Tser Falls. Also animated right behind me.
That's so cool.
That's neat.
It gives the Valley of Barovia a strange, serene beauty to it that, you know, when you remove all the dread and undead and the horrible politics and the child pies and whatnot, Barovia's a pretty cool place.
Yeah, when you take out the cannibalism.
Look, cannibalism is appropriate in the right time frames. That aside, I'm gonna say, if there's not a cave behind that waterfall, this game is unplayable.
Installing cave. But yeah, as
Pierce them from behind you. Who's eating children?
You don't want to know.
Anyone who went to the windmill before.
Have you had a pie recently?
Yes. It
Was it a nice little old lady with a cart?
Tasted of nutmeg. It was chewy.
You ate children. Moving on.
How do you just tell somebody that?
Easily.
Like, you're a cannibal.
I feel like
Is there any?
I feel like Vale and Poppy have about the same communication buffer.
We should hang out more.
Is there any further explanation to Pearson about him eating children?
This might be very important.
I asked him, so about a week and a half ago, if you had gone to the windmill prior and had one of their meat pies, you were eating
He
children.
never went, but he was definitely offered it in town. And you definitely, since you said you had some, you definitely partook in it.
See, no, hold on now. Just because I had a pie recently doesn't mean I had one of those, does it?
Hold on.
Did it cause you to feel extremely happy for no apparent reason?
Did you sleep well that night?
Because you won't sleep well anymore.
Can Pierce... Jack, can you just roll me a d20?
Sure. Yeah.
5 or up, you had a meat pie from her. 5.
Okay. Yep. Oh, just barely. Yep. All right. You see...
Was it...
Pearson starts getting quiet as he starts recognizing enough of the things that you guys are saying. And he starts getting very pale.
That sounds like a sanity save.
It does. It does sound like a sanity save.
You just ate, you've been eating children.
How long has this been happening? Oh God!
How long have you been getting it from that very nice old lady in her cart?
Okay. Well, it's been some time, especially since it's been almost a week since the windmill was attacked and destroyed. So it's out of your system at this point. So yeah, you hold on to your sanity just fine. Oops, Zoe's camera cut out. Lots of bottle noises.
Sorry.
But yeah, Pearson, you eventually. Now my cameras are messed up. Zoe, no.
It's Zoe break.
Oh well.
Zoe's gone forever.
Little moments to fix in game.
Sorry.
In post.
All good. Either way, Pearson, you come to the realization that okay, you've been eating children, and they probably
Anna just came downstairs and has no other context. Sorry for the distraction.
And that the group probably tells you, probably Lucia more than anyone else, tells you that they destroyed the windmill, which is why you've not seen any recent sales in town.
Good. He's still very pale.
It's okay.
Very, very uncomfortable, but not very talkative about it.
We fell victim too.
I didn't.
Yeah, you fell victim too.
We all fell victim too.
I'm not a cannibal.
all of us.
You are busy eating fucking cookies.
And other baked goods.
Gregory is going like, you've eaten children.
Gregory,
It
don't
didn't cross
worry
my
about
mind
it.
that Gregory was probably eating children too.
He's not having a good day.
Everyone's eating children.
No.
I'm eating children right now.
Gregory will like stand around here, and kind of gesture to you guys, kind of pointing in this general direction. He's like, "This is where I last saw my son."
Didn't you say
Can I
it
do
was
a
to the
perception
north?
check?
Sorry, say again. There was echo.
Can I do a perception
Sure.
check?
I'm not perceptive.
Hey, I saw the nat 20 before anything else.
Nice.
You, okay.
Wow.
So you. Yeah, we see Poppy in her element, just like sniffs the air a bit. Her halfling ears twitch for a moment, probably getting low to the ground. You pick up scent. You can smell the scent of dead flesh. Maybe a bit to the north. It's faint. It's lingering there. It's probably been there a little while. You can hear some some animals, like some big animals, like maybe eating or chewing at it. You also hear like a couple of them kind of chirp and growl at each other. You don't hear it, Zoe.
Is it anything that sounds familiar to me?
I don't know if you've encountered these before, Barovia. But like it's a strange bird growl mix. And given the previous discussions, your best hunch is like it's probably an owlbear of some sort. You gather it's like, all right, there's an owlbear and it's cubs, maybe they're feasting on this dead thing. What else with a natural 20? The river Ilbis to your northwest, to the right. I'm just gonna go with the right. Is despite the waterfall going, the river is eerily quiet, so that's not giving off any like noise or anything to really drown out any sound. What else? Grigory smells of blood. Not his own blood.
How can I tell it's not his
Because
blood?
when you guys were like around him and tending to his wounds earlier, you would have gotten close. Like, okay, you got the scent of his blood, but now with like that nat 20 perception, you're like, you just also pick up like that's not his blood. It's just another person or creature's blood that you pick up on him because you rolled a natural 20, so I might as well give you that. What does the group want to do? Oh, that was a lot of echo.
Is anyone standing very close to Gregory right now?
I probably would have been.
You guys are free to move your own tokens.
I moved my token up towards Gregory. Gregory.
Grigori.
Yeah, I'll probably be a couple steps away from Grigori because like I'll be on the opposite side of him from where Pearson, whoever the fuck is, and next to Serafina. I'll be somewhere right here. Yeah,
I'm gonna be
this is fine.
keeping up with Poppy.
Okay.
So I'm gonna side eye him hard, but not say anything, and I'm going to be like quietly approaching where I smell the rotting flesh coming from, and try and see if I can gather any more of what's going on over
If
there.
you look toward the north, you will see a thing I reveal on the map.
I'm gonna follow Poppy and be like, "What do you see?"
Do you see the person on the map?
I do.
Cool. Right before you get too close, I will reveal two things out to you. They don't notice you because you guys are being stealthy and far enough away. There are two small kind of bird things that look like this.
Do I know what that is?
It looks to be like some quadruped with like a bird's face kind of thing, but like its feathers are almost non-existent. There's only like a few of it. You gather it's if it's a owlbear, it's definitely very young, but it could also be like just the nature of Barovia. Like they don't have a lot of plumage right now.
Is that you said we found is that a live thing that we're seeing or a dead thing that we found?
That's eating the dead thing.
Yeah. There's a body right here that Poppy sniffed and spotted out.
Can I do... Oh well, Poppy. Never mind. Sorry, I don't see it. Do I?
No, she's the one that saw it out. And Serafina, since you're tailing along, you also see it. And right now, these two young owlbear things are like poking at the corpse and like taking a few bites and nibbles at it. But they're more like investigating what this is than like really eating at it.
Do I see or hear, smell the mom anywhere?
With that nat 20, you can hear it growling, not like defensively or anything, but like making like it's calling out to its young. It's some distance away, but it's not too far. But you don't spot it. And while you two were here, you guys can also see like this was there was a site of you spot tracks of like the wagon wheels kind of going here. You spot some broken wood, and here's some you can kind of deduce like, oh, here's where the wagon was attacked. And at a glance,
there's all the bits.
You can see that dead person does have like Vistani clothing.
So likely not the son. Because the Gregory wasn't Vistani.
He is not Vistani, no.
They apparently didn't tell us everything.
Only Vale found that out.
Or he had wandered away from the group.
What do you guys want to do?
So to be clear, that information has been shared with everyone, or are we in the dark in the back?
At the moment, the two halflings scatter out ahead. You spot the halflings stop for a moment. Okay. They see this.
Mm-hmm.
Up to them to communicate that information.
Do you see something?
Yeah, I'll turn around and let them know about the mini owlbear eating a Vistani corpse, or checking out a Vistani corpse, and say like, shh, quiet.
Let's go get it.
Wait, it wasn't an owlbear that took Gregory's son, right? And I
Nope.
looked at Gregory like, you didn't describe an owlbear. You said they had horns and
Yes,
what else?
yes, you're like
Teeth.
10, 11 feet tall, red skin, multiple teeth, horns. He stood right on that bridge and just points at the bridge.
I don't think that owlbear or the babies have anything to do with us at this current moment, but you said it was a Vistani who they're picking at?
Yes, and at this point, Poppy has her rapier out and is looking dead at Gregory. Why do you smell like blood that's not yours?
I rushed at the monster to save my son, and we clashed for a moment before he threw me off the bridge. I guess I got some of his blood. And just he looks at it.
I want to
You can roll an insight.
Should I let just
I wanna
Poppy
assist.
roll, or? Oh, all right, too late.
Okay.
Yep, the rolls
Like,
happened.
anyone can join in. Just if we're going to roll insight, like another person can join in on it, so we don't I'm not looking at what your roll is. Just so we don't do
Yep.
you rolled low, I will roll. You roll low, I will roll. Like that whole train. Yeah. So like if you are instinctually guessing that this is suspicious, like you can go ahead and do so. Before I look down at the roll.
Yeah. Well, all right. I'm gonna leave it be.
So for
Val
me,
wants something though.
yeah. So I'm gonna say to Poppy, and don't respond because there's two parts to this. Part one. Wait. I'm of the understanding that this is a known one. He should be okay. But I am super suspicious regardless that this is a fucking trap, and I'm definitely gonna side-eye him and insight as well.
And then I will respond to Poppy's roll and your roll.
Yeah.
Didn't the Vistani say that they were attacked up north as well?
That
Like
guy only
earlier?
mentioned it to Vale. They didn't bring it up.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah, go figure.
No, like, because I was there, like, I was...
Oh, your new bestie, like, talked this guy up, and now you're like, nah, if that guy said he's okay.
That natural one thing.
I'm inclined to trust Poppy more.
Yeah. But you look between the two of them and like, what does Poppy think? Poppy, he seems to be telling the truth to you, and like in the moment he didn't realize there was utter blood on him.
Shit.
Okay, so looking at like the blood that's on him, does it look like defensive splatters of some sort, like he was fighting something?
It's a little muddled, probably from the water. It's hard to tell at this point. You just pick up that lingering smell of other creature blood on him. Whether or not it's human or not, you can't tell. And he appears to be telling the truth.
I start to walk towards the bridge with Gregory, like trying to get him to recreate the scene, like where the monster came from. Did they come from under the bridge, or like did they rush him on the bridge?
So Poppy's gonna grab your hand real quick before you get too close to it, and she's gonna start laying down the facts that there's a wagon and a Vistani here, which should not have been involved with whatever happened to Gregory and his son. Owlbears are there. Mama's nearby. We probably shouldn't fuck with them just yet. And then she's going to bring up the fact that the river is eerily quiet and calm for the waterfall being so close by. So there's something weird going on here, too.
I will also point out that the Vistani were attacked earlier by an owlbear, and they were attacked in this general area as well.
I agree with Poppy. I don't think we should be stirring the pot with fairs
I wasn't
while
gonna
there's
So we're not
something.
gonna deal with that
They're over
obvious threat.
here. I'm going over here.
We're not gonna deal with that clear menace.
Not until we're sure it's the menace.
God, that's
They're
a
not
lot.
going to attack.
Yeah, all the echo. But not until we're sure it's a menace, is what I heard. Is that right? I mean, we have plenty of evidence it's a problem.
Unless something else attacked the wagon and the owlbears are just there scavenging.
Why do we think something else attacked the wagon?
Because an owlbear is clearly not what Gregory described.
Yes, but
We also know the owlbears are in the area.
They described a different creature that attacked the wagon. They're not the same creature.
Yeah, the Vistani described an owlbear.
The Vistani described an owlbear, and Gregory described a horned creature with teeth.
Right now we're looking for his son, which is the more pressing matter since he's missing. So we're not going to get distracted fighting owlbears right now when we have a missing person.
Yeah, so that's why we're going to investigate the bridge.
Your argument wins me over.
All good senses, but what could it all
Does it sound like they heard us and are getting closer?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I sense activity at the bridge.
There's a couple of young owlbears on the edge of the bridge that like are poking their curious heads over and doing their best to be threatening. They're like,
oh, that's
I'm
cute.
gonna hide behind a bush real fast and prepare my bow just in case.
okay.
You know what? I don't want to go killing baby owlbears right now. So like Poppy's gonna use prestidigitation to make like sparks appear in their direction to try and scare them off.
I like it.
What's the range of prestidigitation?
60 feet? Oh.
It's only 10
I
feet.
thought so, because you can't be like, I clean everything 60 feet away.
No, but I'm just saying, like, she, like, sparks at them, just trying to make them think, oh, fire, bad, no, leave us alone.
Intimidation check, please. Or animal handling. Okay. Where are you standing? Standing over there? Okay. I'm gonna have, so you, you hold out your hand and precipitate sparks to try to intimidate them. They they don't, that didn't seem to really intimidate them. They kind of are startled a little bit and then get in that defensive guard dog sense where they puff out their chest a bit and just and then there's more chirping up where you originally saw those younger two, and they hear it and then they kind of are looking in this general direction as well and and you can look at, upon looking at them, they seem to be very emancipated a little bit. They're like they have hunger in their eyes.
Hungry.
Poppy just says under breath, fuck.
Did you get emaciated?
That one, the one where they're hungry and little thin. I don't know what I said.
Small.
Pretty sure you said emancipated.
Oh. Yeah, Mama Owlbear is nowhere to be seen.
Excommunicated. But yeah. There are now 4 young owlbears.
anyone have any ideas on how to not kill these poor, pitiful owlbears?
They're so beautiful.
They're not cute.
Nothing about that is beautiful.
I have like very strong pity for these things.
I would normally have very strong pity for them too. But I have no interest in getting eaten by like tiny creatures. So I will
You're all
Eldritch
crazy. They're
blast
threats.
just right in front of it to scare it to run away.
Yeah, they are like 1000% outmatched for not getting eaten by owlbears today.
We're not. But like I want them to run.
To intimidate them. Cool,
Yes.
make an intimidation.
Okie dokie. This is my character sheet loads.
Never.
Boop. It's doing what it wants today.
Hard no.
Boop. I'm scary.
So, just to be clear, there's two off to the north in the wood area picking at a corpse near a broken wagon, and then there's two guarding where the bridge is.
Yeah. And you shot Lucia, which two?
Shot in this direction, not to hit them, just to scare them into running away.
You hit the bridge, breaking some of the cobblestone of it. They will book their 30 feet back.
They better. I'm scared.
I'm gonna unmute just for this. To your scary statement.
Whatever. Fuck.
Shit, Mama Owlbear's coming our way now, I bet.
Yeah, but which direction is she coming from?
Where do I hear her?
Coming
That
from
gonna be my
the
next
right.
question.
And you see this large, in fact, you see two of them. Large, not owls. You see, and also not very feathered either. You see these things.
Oh.
I knew it as soon as I saw the babies.
They're not cute, and I don't love them.
Like I said,
I love them.
a menace.
Owlbears are very scary.
Can I have a vulture bear, please?
I kind of want
so
one.
it comes out like a very sick bird. Lots of its feathers are off and kind of dangling, some of it falling off as it comes out of the trees. And just kind of like this strange cawing growl at you. The young ones like go behind the older ones, and at the sound of that, another one towards the north, towards the top, comes out as well, and well, they start to run towards you all in a hungry frenzy. Can I have... Oh, hey, we had a pretend fight. Can we have an initiative, please?
Nice. Got a good initiative.
I had a 1, so I re-rolled it.
Oh, yeah.
You are a half-line. It's your own little secret power.
Didn't I tell you, Zoe, that we will have Alders?
Vultures and owls aren't the same thing. This is just a bird
I've
bear.
had this character art saved from Google, because when you first told me, it's like, are there owlbears in Barovia? I did a Google and someone made like this horrifying picture of one. I was like, I need to use them at some point. But
Yes.
yeah, they're like these like
That one's kind of cute with his feathers. Okay.
I, the player, love them.
I need them to have more feathers.
Corey, you're
I need-
muted.
Is that
BT-dubs.
Serafina, Poppy, Pearson, Lucia, Vale, Mimi? Oh, I need Gregory.
Thank you.
He does have a short sword.
There's
He
a
can
bow,
fight.
actually. And a short sword. In
Oh,
case
he has a
needs it.
bow.
He rolled a 5. Descending order. Cool. Well, the vulture bears got a nat 20, so they're going to get their surprise round. So as they come out and kind of like you are a bit taken aback at their kind of the grossness of them and just the terrifying beasts that they are, they move with uncanny speed and get a surprise round this turn. So they're going. What's their movement speed? They're just going to double move. So they move their 40 and then get up to there. And then this one's is 40, 80.
Oh, they're too
40,
close.
80.
Damn, they speedy.
Yeah, they have 40 feet movement, and they for the surprise round they will just rush, and they get quick, and then top it around it is going to be them, and then
no.
Poppy. So these ones are going to come up to here and here. So 2 of them are coming at you, Pearson. They're going to bite with their beak and bite with their claws each. Well, not bite with a claw, but slash it with a claw. So, yes.
Quite.
Here's a normal roll of claw against you. Does a 22 hit?
22
17
hits, yes.
slashing damage.
Okay, let me do that.
Second claw is a 14 to hit. I don't think that hits you. No. All right,
That
so
does
you
not.
Take one of the claws. Here are
17 slash.
2 beaks
Okay.
coming at you. A 26 to hit and a 23 to hit. That's 12 damage and another 12 damage.
Okay, so 24 plus. Sorry, it's there. It finally goes loading my thing. So minus 17, and then minus 12, and another minus 12.
Holy shit.
That health drop.
I don't want to get.
Let's see how that looks. Is it keeping up with me? I think it took one of the minus 12s, but I don't know if it took the other yet.
Did you do on the token?
I did. That's what I was trying to do. All right, let me try once more, because I don't think
There
that
you
was
go.
low enough. Yep, all right.
The fuck?
Yep. Pearson got messed up
And
real
Vale,
fast.
You're going to get also a beak. And claws.
Mm-hmm.
The beak is a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that
13
hits.
damage. The claws is a 14. I don't think a 14 hits you. No. Alright.
No.
So chip away at your temp HP first, and then blah.
Yep. 13.
Ow.
There we go.
Cool. Poppy, it is your turn. And then Lucia, Vale, you're on deck.
Like the Witcher song. I'm super excited for the next season coming out this
Yeah.
month. You guys ready? I'm ready.
I am so ready.
It comes out a day before my birthday.
What was that, Zoe?
Watch Centaur World on Netflix.
Sounds like
So-
fun.
This entire world.
So I'm going to use my action to do my transformation, which will be the first time that Vale and Serafina and I guess Smith guy have seen it. So Poppy, she just gets covered in orange fur. She turns into a half fox.
Obligatory. What the fuck?
Yeah.
If I wasn't
Go ahead.
If I wasn't so focused on the vulture bear right in front of me, I would have been more like, what the fuck? But I'm like, huh? Wait.
That's also about all I've got right now. I'm being nommed.
Yeah. Very in my face.
Okay, so that's an action to shift? Okay. Any bonus action stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna write my claws with I'll do the Rite of the Storm.
Okay, so yeah, we see, her left hand get a little bigger, furrier claws. Half her face kind of turns into a fox, and then the claws just start shocking. All right, cool. We'll give you a little. Okay, you take 5 lightning damage. Kazap. Cool. It is now the vulture cubs.
Oh, I was gonna move.
Yeah, take your move.
I'm gonna get up there in their face so that he's not the only one taking damage there.
Thank you.
Aw, I wanted to kill Jack and not give him a turn at all. So these cubs are going to move their 20, and then their
Don't worry, I might still die.
40, and then they're not super quick, but they can't get to you quick enough, so they're just gonna go around. And you see that they're moving. Vale, you see that they're moving. In fact, everyone sees this, but Vale in particular, because you were focusing on one vulture bear, and then you see 2 small ones like flank around and kind of making a pincer maneuver.
Fuck.
Yeah, they seem to be working like a unit. And then it's a good thing you scare these guys, because now they're further away from the action.
Yeah, the baby should stay scared and not try and get hurt by
They're
this.
coming now, but they're just going to be a
Kill
while.
them.
That's
They're gonna be a while.
Lucia, then Vale.
I am going to move over here, and I'm going to cast Fire Shield. I'm going to cast Fire Shield, and so I hold my hands out in front of me and just go, I don't want to get touched. And flames erupt from my hands, and they
Oh.
around. And then I'm going to instruct Charles to help Vale by causing distractions when he's attacking, like for flanking. Are we doing flanking in this?
Yeah, flanking's fine.
So, okay, I'm gonna have Charles flank for Vale, and I'm going to stab him with Charles Stinger because they're probably not immune to poison, right? It shouldn't be a thing.
These are normal beasties. A
Normal.
24 definitely hits for 5 piercing. And I need to make a con save. They are hardy though. Failed it. So
Not that hardy.
3d6 poison is your 10 poison. So it takes a 10 poison damage as well. Alright. Yeah. Charles easily finds lots of bear skin to stab at, and then whoosh, stabs his stinger in it. Cool. That's your turn? Alright, Vale, then Seraphina.
Okay. Don't mind that accidental click. That's the thing I was talking about, by the way, that I was super confused about. Because when I click the name of a thing on one page and I click the name of a thing on another page, it does or does not roll automatically. Yeah. I knew it wasn't that crazy. Anyways, Owlbear in front of me. Very pressing concern. I'm gonna go ahead and counterattack with the best of my abilities. Oh,
You get advantage because you're flanking.
right. Okay. Well, that's my first attack. And my second attack, I'll go ahead and throw.
Hey, 15. Cool.
So 19 on both.
That's your 2 attacks? Alright. And
Sure.
then minus 11.
Yeah.
Cool.
Unless you want me to
No.
roll one more for the advantage on
Do
the
it
first
just in case you
attack.
crit.
Right.
You do not.
I did not.
That's fine. You got 2 solid hits in. This vulture bear is looking very bloodied now.
Are they be scared, or are they still trying to attack?
Yeah, they're in fight mode. You slash at it.
I switched to hunt mode.
That was your action. Do you want to do anything else?
That's it.
All right. Seraphina, then Pearson.
Alrighty, so I'm going to use my bonus action to do steady aim so that I can get advantage on my attack roll, and then I'm going to do chromatic form with my stealth attack, because I can't.
Well, you did not take the time to actually hide. They're just not focusing on you right now.
No, I did hide. I said I was hiding in the bush.
Ah. We're not going to worry about your stealth check. They can't see you. But go ahead.
And it's going to be this big owl bear thingy, right?
Which one?
Hold down left click.
Hold
You just
click.
hold it. Yeah.
Alright, cool. Shoot me that chromatic orb with advantage. 23 does hit for 23 damage. What's the type of damage?
I'm going to do fire damage.
Alright. So 23 fire damage burns this owlbear dead.
Now he's crispy.
Oh, so
Tasty.
I didn't even need my stealth attack.
Oh, you cannot sneak attack on spells.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay. It's okay.
Sneak
Alright,
attack
never mind.
specifically a weapon attack.
Must stab.
But yeah, you burn it dead.
Well, I clicked on the wrong thing anyways. I think never mind. Don't ignore that. Never.
Okay. Well, yeah. So at the moment you've popped out to reveal yourself. You are now there, visible. And you can't move since you did steady aim. That is your turn. Pearson.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this onto the field and make the DM do a little bit of work.
Ooh, that's pretty.
So Pearson mutters to himself, and you see what look like a swarm of lots of very angry-looking little fairies surround him in, like a whirlwind style. They look pissed off. They're just as grumpy as he is. And yeah, this is a 15-foot, I think it was, sphere
around you.
Something like that around me. And for the DM's awareness, of course, the party is exempt. But I gotta double check.
If we're going to the Goblins webcomic, what is your personal magic aura color?
Ooh, all right. This is I'm going with green. Just gonna stick with green, yeah, as a theme. I like it. Yep.
All right, so there you go. I see it on my side. Give me a second. Everyone else will eventually see it. You see it. Boop.
What does it do?
Click on the spell.
Well,
as if you cast
it. Yeah, I've cast it. I don't recall if it does anything on turn one.
No, it's when things start their turn in it.
Okay, yep.
So go ahead and cast it from your character sheet.
So, oh, right, yep. Whoops. So I gotta do this, and yes. Did that register? Yeah.
It's like, new character, who this?
Yeah.
Yeah, Roll20's having a little bit. There we go. Yes. Spirit Guardian.
Hey.
So yeah, they will, boop. Call forces here. Angelic or Fae, your choice. And when they start their turn there, or enter the area for the first time, they make wisdom saves and take that much damage. Alright.
Your spirit guardians are grouchy old fairies.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie.
And you guys are exempt from the spell. So it's just enemies. For it, that's everyone that's not a current vulture bear, right?
Yes, correct. Everyone is all of the party that I showed up with is exempt.
Making sure Charles.
Lucia, since you took an extra special interest, you notice the occasional one that looks vaguely impish.
I approve.
I thought you might.
Charles is like, hey.
Like, oh,
Charles is like, hey, Greg. Cool. So that was your action.
Yep. And I don't think I've got anything in bonus or movement that I'm gonna do.
Okay,
so
you just
that's it.
Hunker down. Gregory.
Yep.
Is going to have his bow out. Is there a direction people want him to focus his attention on? He was going to shoot over Veilithor to shoot that owlbear, the vulture bear.
Dead now.
Do we want him to focus either this guy or this guy? Oh, let's try that again. The little babies.
I'm squishy if they come after me, but y'all have been damaged really badly. So
no, I'm gonna say protect Serafina.
Okay.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So he's going to shoot at the young one over there. 2 longbow shots. Boop. 17 definitely hits. And that one definitely hits. So let's do damage. I don't think he's showing up on the thing. Let me double check his permissions. Don't whisper rolls. And auto roll. Alright. Well, I have it recorded, but it's fine. He hits for 19 damage to the closest one to Serafina. Barely standing. 2 arrows just thunk thunk into this small, very hungry vulture bear cub. And then he's going to back away a little bit, draw out 2 more arrows, and that's his turn. The vulture bears, they start their turn in the spirit guardians. They need to make wisdom saves, right? Wisdom saves. All right. So I'm gonna go top and then bottom. I want to make sure they are never whispering. Advantage toggle. All right. This wisdom save number 1. Wisdom save number 2. Alright, so the top one succeeds, the bottom one fails. And that was 10 damage. So top one takes 5 damage. Boop, boop. Bottom one takes 10. As your angry face sprites are beating the shit out of them. Cursing in various dwarvish that only you understand. Does anyone else note
All the foul language.
Yeah. Does
All
anyone
the
else speak Dwarvish? Just curious if anyone else catches Dwarvish. Probably not. Cool.
It's like wiping your ass with rocks.
And they are currently slowed a little bit.
Corey, killing me.
Yeah, they're slowed a little bit while they're...
How do you know what that sounds like?
It's not what it sounds like. That's just the feeling you get. So imagine doing that, and that's what the cursing
Poppy,
sounds
they miss
like.
you. Going against Pearson. A 12 and a natural 1. Nothing happens this turn against you two.
Yep.
They seem very distracted by the things flying around them. That is their turn. What a waste of a turn for them. Poppy.
Okay, Poppy's going to destroy now. She's gonna start with the one on top, and I guess I'll do one claw attack at a time. Do I have to roll for the lightning separately?
I think you can just turn it on your character sheet.
I did not mean to press that.
Cool,
I'm
give
sorry.
yourself that spell slot back. Yeah, you have it enabled as Rider of the Storm, so it should automatically add that damage. Right.
Yeah, it did.
So yeah, one claw, a massive 28, definitely hits for 14 damage. Slash. 13 hits. They are not very well armored or anything, and they're big creatures. That's another 12. Still standing, bloodied now.
Ooh, I didn't realize I had a bite attack.
Yeah.
Do you want to bite the vulture bird? That's the real question.
No, my claw attack's still better, so I'm gonna just keep slashing at him. So my third
Instead of
claw
biting
attack.
your teeth.
Should bite the shit out of it.
And that's another 17. Yeah, you fucking 17 with your claws.
Jesus.
God killer. Wonderful.
Yeah, she's... Yeah. Cool. That owlbear on the top is looking pretty bad. That's all of you. I assume you're not moving. Yeah? Cool. Vulture Bear Cub is going to come after Seraphina. This one's going to move down to Vale. Actually, no. That's not what they do. Because...
They just saw their mama die. They ought to run away.
I would like... Let's see. Can I get Seraphina and Vale to make me intimidation checks? And
Yeah.
Charles?
Yeah, he's over there.
It's more of that.
Oh.
It's more of that
right.
they
Sorry,
look
I
around
forgot.
and they
I
want to
didn't
assess like
understand.
how dangerous is everyone around them.
Charles is not scary.
He's a snack
Oh, no.
so he's fine.
Why did it roll so many dice?
Yeah.
Though?
So with this, they definitely are very intimidated by Velathor, who is wielding a big sword knife thing that they saw slash into their parent, and instead they're going to go.
I punched it.
You did. This one's going to go there, but they do see a Seraphina, so they do go after Seraphina. Because, hey, small snack. Maybe they seem to be like going after Seraphina in like hopes of grabbing and going.
You're
Run
so
away!
Yeah.
With snack.
I have a
Yes.
question. When
Go
this
get
one ran
snatched.
past, would Charles have gotten an attack of opportunity?
Let me reset their movement. So, Charles was there. This one would have moved there. This one would have moved. Yeah, it would have been moved right next to Charles. So Charles does get an attack opportunity.
Yeah.
And the one to your right, Seraphina, had to double move, so it won't get to attack this turn. So that sting definitely hits. Let me con save. Oop. That's succeeded, so we'll take half the damage. That is 4 piercing. Half of that is so just 10 damage. But cool. Does do a stab and just keeps going. Yeah, so the one that's to your right, Seraphina, had to double move, so it won't get to attack this turn. However, the other one gets to attack. And they have pack tactics. They have advantage on attack rolls if they have their allies next to that thing, so they're working in unison. So one's trying to distract you while the other one gets around. And here's a beak with advantage. And talons with advantage. They're whispering their attack rolls, and I don't like that. Because I don't want to whisper my stuff. And auto roll, please. Advantage toggle. Cool. Well, I'm telling you, there's a 19 and a 21 to hit you. I think the 19 hits you. Yeah, so you have an AC of 18. Do you do anything? I don't know if you have, like, shield or anything.
Didn't you take the shield spell recently?
I do have shield, and it is a reaction. So I will use my reaction.
Okay, so you cast a spell. Yeah, this owlbear that comes up right behind you, trying to basically grab you by the neck and trying to pull you away. You bring up your arcane shield. It gives you a +5 AC, which means neither of them hit you. So that's their turn. But you're now aware that they attack with pack tactics, and they are like they're very dangerous when together. That's their turn. Now the rest of the group. Lucia, then Valefor.
I'm gonna have Charles chase this guy. He's gonna sting him again. Oops.
Oh, I'm
Sorry.
looking at the first one. 19 hits. That's 7 piercing and 6 poison. Con save. Oop. Made it. Right? No, DC's 15. Failed it.
Yeah, you don't make it.
Oh, it's 15. Okay, so actually, he failed at first save, so it would have been an extra 6 damage on top of that. So let me readjust that. And then stung, failed again, and this time Charles does kill that owlbear cub, vulture bear cub.
Goodbye.
Wow.
And then I will Eldritch Blast this guy down here as well. And I'll hit him twice. One, 2. No.
I think, do I have the right one here? Is it this one? Pew. Pew. The 19 hits, the natural one does not. So that's only 2 force. Boop.
That's okay. It's like I'm trying.
Good try.
Boop.
Good try. Staying your turn there? Alright.
Yes, I am not
Seraphina.
Alright. I'm a zip zap zoom right the fuck over here and fuck up this baby bear.
Goodbye, baby bear.
I mean, I don't say
gives
that
you
yet.
The most puppiest of puppy eyes.
I extra don't touch it.
Well, I think you forgot the other owlbear or vulture bear cubs on their turn.
I did. I'll get back to them. Well, actually, they're super far away, so let's. I'm just gonna move them. They move their 40, and that's their turn. All right. Thank you. But yeah, one
That's
swipe,
it.
dead.
Serafina is safe.
And yeah, if you still have movement speed, you can take the rest of your movements.
No, I took it all.
Serafina.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so because the owlbear said I was going to like do an amazing thing and kill myself,
I
we're
was
taken
worried
care
about
of. I am going to do my steady aim, and I don't know, Serge, if you heard this, but when I hit in the thing, I also pulled out my bow. So I have my short bow ready, and then I'm going to attack one of the big
Sure.
bears.
Top. Got it.
That. And then I get sneak attack,
will
yes.
apply because you do hit and you had advantage, and you have allies next to it, so you have all kinds of things. For a total of 22 damage, and that owlbear
Nice.
Gets an arrow right into the jugular, and Poppy, you see it fall dead, and then get hacked to pieces more by the angry sprites.
With more dwarven cursing.
Fucking kill stealing bitch.
For all we know, they're chanting very happy things. Just saying.
They don't sound happy, nor do they have happy facial expressions.
That means nothing.
They're just grouchy.
They're like,
Just picture some of the most German cursing that you've ever heard in your life. Is that kind of...
Kuss mich, ich spreche Deutsch!
Yes.
It means kiss me, I speak German.
Oh, yeah.
German.
How
A
adorable.
few of them do turn around, seeing that the arrow got shot through a few of them, because they're spectral anyway. Shot through some of them, so they just do turn around to you, Seraphine, and just give you the finger and they're just angry at you. One of them tries to fly at you, but like it's held in the restraint of the spell, and
That's cute.
yeah.
Float sideways.
And only to pierce them. Yeah, only to pierce them. That one's like, oh, you freaking tough shit! Won't you come here? Won't you come here? Speaking of, Pearson, it's your turn.
Come on, bring it! Bring it! Get over here! All right. Oh, this last adult that we're staring at here is gonna get a taste of my warhammer. Spike down. Yeah, I was gonna say the spike end, not the hammer end, is going into this beast as effectively as I can manage. So, yes.
Roll 2 ones.
Oh, should I roll twice?
A 13 will hit.
Phew.
It's not a 1.
Still 16
It's
damage
only
though.
11. It's only 10 damage. Mm-hmm.
It's only 10, but he has radiant
that's for
damage.
extra things.
Oh.
Yeah, fiend or undead.
Come to think of it, can I make a less strike apply here, or does that? Yeah. All right. So let's add that.
Cool, an extra 4. That time there's radiant damage.
Yeah, that radiant damage doesn't always apply from my hammer. BT dubs.
Got it.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
For people's reference, Pearson is wielding this.
Yes.
I
Let's
like
say
that
yes.
hammer. I want one.
And
Is it-
for Corey's also reference, me and Jack talked about this. Like, imagine the maul from Wardhow, but you had the R option to flip it to the spike end, and that's what he's doing.
Yep. Yeah. Think. Well, yeah. I guess. Yeah. Sure. It's a two-handed. It's not quite as big and chunky as the maul from Mordhau, because that's just preposterous. But
I mean,
yeah.
I run with Mjolnir, so I don't know what spiky
I
end you're
mean,
talking
I
about.
roll. That's my point. There's a spiky end on this. And just for extra, flavor purposes at the moment, it doesn't serve a function at the moment. But this hammer is emitting light as I hold it and wield it.
Like what?
Daylight is daylighted.
Not Isaac. Who's the other forger in Castlevania, the pretty one, whose name I can't remember, with silver hair?
Alucard?
No,
Wait.
not Alucard.
Castlevania.
Alucard has blonde hair. The little bitch. The one I didn't like until after he cut off his finger.
What?
Who fucked the pretty redheaded vampire?
Which Castlevania are you
not
talking about?
What's his
Isaac, it's the
name?
other dude.
Yeah,
I
what's his
forget.
fucking
I always
name?
forget his name.
Sorry, we're talking about the presumably the newer show.
Yeah, the Netflix one, right? That's
Yeah. So,
Oh.
Google it.
I
Zoe,
should know this
Google
guy.
it. It's gonna kill us. But cool. Yeah, your weapon glows, boom, and you cleave the spiky end into the side of this vulture bear. And
Belmont.
no, Belmont's the main character.
Belmont is his last name.
Belmont is the main character. He's an adorable mess.
They're the two human soul forger people. Hector.
Hector.
There you go.
You have a hammer like Hector. That's what I imagine. Like it glows when he uses it to forge things.
Cool. That's you only have the one attack, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got. I
it's
think.
Gregory, and I'm going to take 2 shots at that vulture. There, 13 hits for 10, and a 9 misses. Vulture bear bloodied though, and say like he's trembling as he's shooting. And that's his turn. The vulture bear, they start their turn in an angry swarm. Jack, would you like to re-roll that damage on yours?
Gladly.
And not recast it. Just
Yeah, just the standard attack action. I think that should go through. Yeah, I don't know why it's rolling all those extra dice visually.
it just does so.
Yeah. All right.
It makes the program happy.
I have yet to see any dice rolled
Have you?
visually.
Do you have it?
Really?
I only see the one dice that comes up.
I
the
did
D20.
once upon a time.
Go, check your settings.
Did you tell
So
me?
it would be under the gear icon. There's a checkbox for enable
And
3D
automatic.
dice and automatically roll. Yeah, automatically roll 3D dice.
Don't know when, why, or how those got
Mhm.
unchecked.
Probably an update.
Okay, but
Yeah.
they were off.
But
right.
he made his save, so he doesn't take the 11. He'll take the 5. And it's still
Okay.
slowed for some reason. But it's gonna take its turn and go after you, because you're
Of
the
course.
one with the sharp end. Here goes a beak at you for 13 misses. A claw at you for 10 misses. God, they had a great first turn and then just fucked off
They
after
did.
that.
Yeah, they've just absolutely
Coffee,
awful rolls
please put
since
it out of
then.
its misery.
Look. They came at us starving and then realized their end was near.
That is accurate.
$15, still standing. One claw.
Damn.
2 claw. And that second claw rends it dead.
I really want to know the secret to your success.
Yes. You
Blood
do.
Hunter, stack your bonuses on your attacks and go.
Yes, I see.
Yeah, so with that second claw, she basically like digs into it and uses that to launch herself over it because she's gonna jump over it and start hitting the babies next.
I mean, Corey,
sounds
you
so
can
wrong.
also do so if you
Fantastic.
use your hex thing and your other thing that you get as a hex blade.
If I use all my things, I can get other stuff, but I can't get 3
No.
attacks.
Poppy is like, okay. She gets
Special.
multi-attack, so 1, 2, and then can bonus action attack a third time. That's what she's doing.
Poppy's special.
I examine you for secrets
Well, that's 2 attacks.
that I
You can
might
still
learn.
move, and there are still 2 young ones if you decide to do anything about them.
Yeah, so she's using that to launch herself to like get motion over it so that she lands on the other side.
Is Poppy now like on all fours?
Oh yeah, more or less. Like she goes pretty animalistic when she transforms. So she's gonna move over and then use her bonus action claw on this little one.
We're coming, mother.
Giggity?
16 definitely hits, and that's 12. Cool. They're still standing.
Oh, if they weren't starving, they might be smart enough to run away.
It is their turn. They're gonna run. that's,
Speaking of which,
yeah, they're gonna run. Does Poppy do anything about them running away?
No, she still pities
Okay.
them.
Does anyone do anything about them running away? All right.
No.
I mean, I would probably chase them, but they're faster than me, so I expect
Chase
them
them
to outrun
angrily.
me. I do.
They're actually not that fast. They only have a 20. No, I said 25 foot movement speed.
They've still got 10 feet on me every action,
Yeah, fair enough.
so
Where were they
Just
standing?
imagine you chasing after him and being like, and don't come back!
They were next to Poppy. I was just moving them more because I was assuming people were just leaving them alone.
yep, that's fine. They get away from me. I'd probably get to most of the way across
Okay.
the bridge in my
The
grumpiness.
super far range people then, that's Lucia Vale and Serafina with a bow. Serafina says no. Do the Eldritch Blast 120 foot range people do anything? No?
No, I don't do
Fail.
anything. I just start walking towards the bridge.
One's unhurt, the other is very hurt from that one claw that Poppy gave.
Unfortunately, they'll probably die on their own anyway. They don't have their parents looking after them anymore.
Fine. I won't notice that they're running away until I finish off this thing and I turn around and then see them running already, so whatever. If they were a bit closer, though.
If they were closer.
Okay. Well, they eventually leave entirely. And there are dead vulture bears around.
I investigate the
I
corpses.
assume, Pearson, you drop your...
Yeah, I'm dropping it.
How do I drop fire shield? Like I moved away from it, but now I don't know how to get rid of
it's a
it.
token now, so you can just select it and click delete to get rid of it.
Oh,
So,
okay.
how long does it last?
10 minutes.
Okay. Cool. Well, we are here now. What do y'all want to do? Charles eventually makes his way back to you.
Bill, you said you're going to investigate the body?
I mean, I'm checking out the owlbear
They
bodies.
They look like vulture bear bodies.
I check them out more.
Weird.
You don't think you can really get any anything out of it, make me an investigation check. Or
I asked Charles if
yeah,
he
make
can
me an
eat
investigation as you're investigating them.
Charles, can you eat these?
I can eat everything. No,
Do you want to eat this?
there's no
Okay,
meat on the
never mind.
bones.
After that, I will. You said the shit happened on the bridge,
Yes.
right? Or
Yes.
Gregory said.
You
Okay.
with your with your
I will
investigation,
go.
it's like, I mean, if we harvest like its beak, that might be that might be like a valuable monster part to have for for Anya.
For the lady, yeah.
But like, they don't really have like a lot of feathers, so like you can't really like use their hide for anything. Yeah.
I'll very gruesomely chop off the beaks of all three of the adults and then go investigate the bridge for proof of what he said happened on the bridge.
I would also like to investigate
Okay.
the bridge.
So you please mark down you have 3 vulture bear beaks. And like they're like a good like foot long. So like okay.
Yeah, it's not messing around.
They chomp good.
I'm gonna
good.
assume that we're gonna take a few minutes rest.
In a second. Sorry, there was a lot of voices. Zoe, you were investigating what?
The bridge. I just wanted to like, as far as like, can we discern like where the creature went, or like if there was any? Like, I just want to investigate the bridge. Like, what's here? Are we just going forward? Do we
Last
need to
you've
go, like,
been in this bridge on foot. You crossed over in the same direction to head to the windmill and the town of Alaki, right? This is also where you encountered the undead knight on the bridge. Same for you, Vale, and Seraphina. There was an undead knight. So this bridge has not a lot of traffic, but you can definitely tell that there's some traffic here and there. There's no real evidence of a scuffle that you can tell, but what you can tell is like you can see on the bridge. There's like on the main 8 posts, there are like these like gargoyle statue kind of things. 4 of them light up their eyes, and like only because you're paying close attention do they know that you're paying close attention, and they move their head just slightly towards you.
Can I roll for Arcana to see what they are? Like, okay.
And it's only a subtle movement, and you pick up on it. These statues are moving a little bit. They could very well be gargoyles, but to what extent that means, you don't know.
I move away from it and I go, Poppy, the statues are moving.
Awesome, that went so well last time.
Can I shoot the statue? Like, I don't know what it is. I don't trust it, and I didn't notice them moving last time.
Last time.
What time of day is it?
It's about
right now. Still
9:20.
It's about 2 p.m.
Yeah, so still afternoon. Okay. That's all.
Just for sake of reference, they look like this.
Get that shit. I hit it just to see if it reacts. Like, I want it to move for everybody.
I don't see what the problem is.
Eldritch Blast.
Make me a attack roll. Oh,
I did.
There it is. Hey, you hit it for 5.
Does it move more?
I mean, you break off a small chunk from. Which one are you aiming at? That one? All right,
this one.
Just so I know which one to reveal. And you dealt 5 damage to it. Boop, boop. and like, and it starts like moving the chips like stone around the pillar where its legs and claws are embedded, chip and break a bit as it unlatches itself from it as you shot it. Its stony wings come out, flap a bit. Dust and other stone bits fall off of it, and it's like, "Hey, I did nothing to you."
You are alive. Okay, I'm not imagining things.
I'll go, whoa, don't
No.
shoot it.
What language is it speaking? Okay, so we all hear this,
and you see
I'm sorry,
an animate thing. This gargoyle.
What the fuck in the name of Ravenloft are you doing here?
We watch the bridge.
No shit.
Its wings
And
are like ready
I,
to like flap away. It's like,
You're not going to shoot me again, are you?
No,
I'll
they
actually heal
won't.
you
They won't.
because
She won't. You
I
won't.
was just scared. You moved, and I wasn't sure about what you were, if you were good or not. Put the hammer down. And I walk closer to it, and I reach out my hand to use healing hands, and I just like, I'm sorry.
Stop it.
And action feature.
Stop it.
He regains full health.
I don't trust you
Right?
either.
Thank you.
I'm quite sorry. You saw what was on the bridge earlier. You live here. You understand.
it just slowly nods.
What did you see on the bridge here?
Many things. So many things.
Please elaborate.
We're looking for a boy who got taken by something off this bridge. What say you to that?
I don't know. What shall we say?
And he like looks over to other statues, and they start to slowly animate as well.
We
Get
see
back
many
again.
things. We hear many things. Why should we share our secrets?
What would gargoyles of your venerable being desire?
Yeah, what do gargoyles want?
Tell me what you want. What you really want.
If you guys wish to make me Arcana checks or history for gargoyles, and like, what do you know about gargoyles?
Let me see what I got.
Nice.
Yeah, Lucy.
Not much, but I'll try it.
Corey likes
Yep.
gargoyles. Everyone
They
likes
hold information.
gargoyles.
I like information.
I got that one.
I love just the adventures, the Smiths.
Tell me, Smith. So from
It's rock.
from the so
It's a rock, and I don't trust this rock. That should tell you everything you need to know.
I was going to say, I'm going to answer these questions from lowest up. Pearson, as a dwarf, you have stone cunning. Stone shouldn't move.
It's bad. That's weird. No, no trust.
Then trees. The trees. They get it. Everyone else are seasoned adventurers. You've seen or heard or interacted in gargoyles with some fashion. Well, Lucia and Poppy have recently encountered a couple of gargoyles in Kresik, so they weren't as sociable, if anything. They were just guardians. So all four of you pretty much know gargoyles are elementals, brought into this plane from the plane of Earth. They can either be that or be like animated stone constructs from magic, whatever, and they tend to serve a purpose. Gargoyles never really go out on their own. They always they're intended to be servants to something, whether that is for guarding or for typically guarding something. And they more often than not lean towards the evil side of things. They have a cruel nature to them because they're elementals. They don't really view the same morality that you people do. They are very fascinated with things that bleed because, oh, you're squishy, and we're not.
Very squishy.
Given that they are elemental in nature, they are practically immortal. So, if they've been on this bridge for a very long time, they've seen a lot of shit happen. And yeah.
But what do they want? What do they like?
They might be persuaded to, treasure would be a possible interest to them if it's especially rock or gem in nature, maybe. That might be to some gargoyles, to some earth elementals, basically, consuming rocks and gems is a source of food for them, since they don't have normal biology. If they were in Zelda, they would be the Gorons. They eat rocks. But given that they have an intellect and if they have a purpose, it's hard to tell what they would want. Quite honestly. But they would be here for a purpose. What purpose? You don't know.
I'll ask them.
What's your purpose?
What?
What's your
It's your purpose.
What is the airspeed velocity of a laden swallow?
40 feet per round.
But African or European swallow?
Barovian.
I don't know.
We watch the bridge for the master.
Who's the master?
That information is not for you.
How would you know the master when you see them?
So, say again?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I asked, how would you know the master when you see them? Also, the hammer side of my warhammer is slowly creeping up.
The master comes out every so often from the river.
Did he come out today?
Not today.
I just grab the top of the hammer and I just push it down. It's we're not doing that right now.
We can take you to the master.
Does that involve drowning?
No.
Does it involve getting in the river?
Maybe.
Does it involve flying? How will we get to the master?
We will take you.
What means of transportation do you have? Flying. Well, I'll follow you. I don't need to be flown anywhere. I can fly myself.
But are you cunning? Master's
Yes.
only interested in those that are cunning.
I already said yes.
They reach, they kind of step off their platform a little bit, and there's 4 stone slabs that they're each standing on. And here we go.
I take out a broom and I say pineapple and it starts to levitate and I sit on it.
Lucy is now on a floating broom. So each one of them holds out this like triangular stone piece, and each one has a various has an animal etched into it. And they're like holding it out for someone to grab.
What are the animals in all the slabs?
They are these. So one's a bear, the other's a snake, the other is a wolf, and the other's a fox.
I know which one Poppy wants.
The fox. Will all of these go to the same place?
They say nothing.
I ain't having any part of this.
This is where a zone of truth would come in super handy.
Not if they just choose not to talk.
Yeah, that's true. Too bad we don't have like charm monster or something. I don't have any charming spells.
Not too bad.
No cunning then. Shame.
You don't need spells to be cunning. It just helps.
I'll go to the one that holds the statue of the wolf. And I'll ask.
Hey, Serge. If I use my Grim Psychometry, can I target all of them or just one? I'm gonna do it on the fox one.
Alright. So we're gonna just move you to the fox one.
I don't think I like heights, so I'm not gonna go touch any of them. I don't want to fly anywhere.
For me, please.
Me?
Yeah, Poppy, because your ability says make a wisdom check.
Oh.
Hey. So you touch the fox slab, and in your head you get an image of the 4 pieces that unites together into a solid disc. And they were broken. You get an image of a large fiendish creature that is almost a boar-like face. These small for its size black feathered wings, and you can just immediately tell it is a demon of some sort.
Like a white demon.
And it kind of bound and serviced these 4 gargoyles. But for the purpose of these slabs, they must be joined together, and you don't know in what order. But you also know that that's their master, is like this immense boar-faced, feathered winged demon thing.
I share all of the knowledge I got from that so we can try and figure out this puzzle together.
Does it have horns?
Did it have horns or just the tusks?
It had... Let me double check the art for it.
Yeah.
By the by, it is 9:40.
It is.
It did not have horns. It just had like a boar, like tusks.
In his fear, he could have misrepresented what it looked like, though.
Yeah, in the haze.
Is Gregory saying anything while we're dealing with these
He
statues?
has his bow drawn and just like looking cautiously at you guys and like, what are we doing here? Why are we dealing with these?
I agree with Grigori. This is a lot of trouble.
Do all the gargoyles look the same?
They're roughly identical.
With that knowledge, I'd like to ask the gargoyles, can we put the pieces together now?
Everyone must grab a piece. Or the four of you.
Okay. So I'll grab this bear one.
Considering the number of evils that we have to deal with right now, do you really want to summon one more devil into this land?
Nope.
Odds are it's already
Charles
here.
cannot pick up that slab and fly. This slab is like a good, like this big. It is hefty. It's a good like 30, 40 pound rock.
Oh, poor baby.
You're fine. You'd be like,
I'm not that.
but yeah, you're fine.
That is a lot. Can someone
gonna
please
ask-
pick up the fork?
I'm gonna ignore you, and I'm gonna ask the gargoyle I'm standing in front of with the wolf slab. How long have you all been here?
If you're cunning, I will answer questions later.
So would you consider cunning to know that you are trying to make us grab these slabs and combine them to resummon your lord?
There's no summoning.
Then what is the purpose of these slabs once they're brought together?
You could say it's a puzzle.
But to what end would this puzzle be?
To do a puzzle.
Cough, cough.
Grab the other
Do
piece.
my puzzle.
Somebody.
My puzzle.
Poppy has the fox piece.
Oh, you
I have the bear.
I'll grab another piece.
Yay!
So here's
You put it together.
Can I smash things yet?
I'm still standing in front of the wolf puzzle, not letting anybody touch my slab.
Do not trust any of this shit.
So Seraphina, you're going for the snake one?
Lucy is very eager to put all these pieces together. She's just like, I want to see the demon.
And like a 2-year-old, I'm holding your face to the side while I discuss with the gargoyle adult.
I bite.
So Lucia has the bear one. Seraphina has the
Bear.
snake one. Poppy has the fox one. Who has the wolf?
I'm
Ma'am.
standing in front of the wolf, blocking everybody. This gargoyle is not.
He's not gonna till we solve the puzzle.
Literally,
Oh, that worked.
unless Grigori goes to grab the wolf, neither Corey or I are touching this thing. And every other person is occupied.
I look to Gregory and tell you, go pick
Poppy's
up
a
the slab.
strong fox lady. She can grab 2 pieces if you guys aren't cooperating.
Poppy is also a
But
strong fox lady.
why are we combining this? You haven't.
It's the demon
Gargoyle.
puzzle. It was a
All right.
puzzle.
Do I see Grigori going for
it,
this thing?
Because no one else is going to be...
Grigori, you've known me for how many years?
If you try to intimidate Gregory, I will also then intimidate
I'm not
Gregory.
even intimidating Grigori. I'm just asking him, how many years have we known each other?
Not enough.
This isn't the time to be reminiscing. Let's do the damn puzzle.
It's not a fucking reminisce. This is a lack of trust. That there's no reason whatsoever to trust these fucking devil creatures.
There's no reason
This-
not. They could have killed
I
us
don't
earlier, and they
I
didn't.
really remember
This
you
is-
all that well.
We've been in the same town.
Wow.
Surely he knows me, but all right, fine,
No.
whatever.
He
All
told
right.
you to get fucked.
Pearson is just flabbergasted at that point. He's just like, but bro, I know you, and you don't know me.
Sold you tools. I thought we were friends.
Hey y'all, I really do have to
Okay.
get to bed. I have not been sleeping well enough the past couple
we
of
will
nights.
stop here as we children will not put a puzzle piece together.
No, we are putting a puzzle piece
I
together.
want this gargoyle to answer a simple
Yes.
question.
Good night,
night.
everyone. I